Hi, welcome. Welcome to Wise Our Wednesday. And it's a day where we get to show up and tap into whatever wisdom is alive in us in this moment and sharing that that wisdom, that gold, that thread that runs through all of us. And it might look like something else to you, and just giving ourselves some time and space to anchor into what is true for us right now. So in this in this time today, I just want to come back to self, and I'm feeling that need, that urge. So today what I'm going to be talking about is the path of aliveness, what that looks like and what it means, and also our value system, and coming back to this foundation and what's been asked of us right now. So yeah, thank you for joining me. Thank you for hanging out. And I just want to invite you to just take a little moment and just closing down your eyes if you're safe to do so. And just taking a long, slow, deep breath in through the nose. Letting it out through the mouth with an audible sigh. Feeling what the undercurrent is under that breath, and just beginning to just enjoy your breath and just see where it goes, see where it wants to go, and follow that aliveness. You might want to just shake off shake off your day. What do you need right now? Do you just need to give yourself a hug? Do you need to hold your heart? What do you need in this moment? So as you nourish yourself and give yourself whatever you need, I'm going to talk very briefly today about the path of aliveness and what that means. So we can have a really abstract or diluted path of following the breadcrumbs of curiosity, following the breadcrumbs of desire, because depending on our relationship with our joy, depending on our relationship with our desires, depending on our relationship with that feeling of aliveness, do we feel worthy of feeling alive? Have we forgotten what it feels like to feel alive? Yeah. Do I feel worthy of joy? Do I feel worthy of desires? What does desires even look like? Because sometimes when we're so lost in life and we're so lost in our days and we're so lost in going about doing this thing, we forget to come back to the moment. And that's what this moment is right here, right now. My invitation to you is coming back to that path of aliveness. What is alive in you? What do you need right now? And when we follow the aliveness, what we're doing is we're tapping into the present moment. And when we tap into the present moment, it is only then we can fully feel ourselves as the divine, as the Holy Spirit, as God, as the universe. And with that comes a real gentleness. Yeah. There's a trust, there's a peace that resides there. And this path of aliveness is really the only one that we need to take. And that is really what is being asked of us right now. And What feels alive to you right now? What is calling you, right? Because often, so many times, what feels alive, we don't actually take action to do that thing, right? So it's a matter of just going into what's lighting me up right now? Where am I feeling called to go right now? What is in my awareness right now? And just being with that, taking some time when, when we finish here right now, and just taking your journal out and starting a stream of consciousness, a stream of writing, where you give yourself the permission to begin that self-inquiry. That self-inquiry is, what is alive in me right now? What is turning me on right now? What is in my awareness right now? And just noticing as you write that, what feels scary? What feels like you're at the edge? Where do you feel like it's like, oh, that's a bit uncomfortable? Where is that discomfort, right? Because right now, what is really being asked of us is to take a moment to ponder, where are we feeling alive? And on the flip side of that, one cannot ask themselves that question without saying, what is depleting me right now? Where am I feeling aligned? Where is this residue of misalignment? Where am I out of integrity? Where is this energy depleting me? Where am I wasting my time? Right? And sitting with that, and then when we get to sit with that, what happens is you're going to see it's going to open you up to a new space of discomfort, right? So what it means to be spiritually fierce is being okay with being uncomfortable, right? And knowing that once we change our relationship with that, then what we're able to do is we're able to navigate life in a much more enjoyable way, because we know that everything is here for us, right? And so doing that, and I really encourage you to just be with that right now, and just looking into your path of aliveness and what's depleting you, and having a really honest conversation with yourself, right? So that takes me to our value system. What are your top 3 values, right? And if you haven't done any work with values before, then I've got a really cool little template that can take you through a process, and I'm happy to pass that on. So just let me know. But our value system navigates how we operate. And when we hold ourselves true and sovereign, and we honor that value system, we're actually able to understand when we're out of alignment. And when we're out of alignment, you could say that that's when you're dancing with the shadow, right? That's when you're in your false power. So coming back to our values is really important. So two of my top 2 values are congruency and integrity. So for me, when I question these things, I'm saying, where am I out of integrity? Where am I not being congruent? And coming back to that, and I would love to hear your values. So if you know your values, please share them. And so coming back to that, and that's going, okay, where is this showing up in my life? How is this showing up in my life? Or what conversations do I need to have, or with whom? What do I need to put into place in order to come back to that, right? And so I really encourage you to just spend just 20 minutes after this live and just ask yourself these questions, because right now is such a beautiful time, because there's so much change happening. And the truth is that this change is going to take place whether we like it or not. But right now we get to choose our reality. Right now we get to choose what we call into our life, right? So if we want to create change, our first port of call is looking at where we are out of alignment, right? What is this aliveness telling me? What are these whispers telling me? Because there's absolute gold here, and it's really worth delving into. It's really worth doing the research, doing the homework, and honoring yourself in this way. And so when we do that, we're going to have an honest conversation, right? So we dance with these values, we dance with the alignment, we come back to this, and then we need to go, okay, what do I need to do? What is God asking me to do right now? Where am I saying yes and I really want to say no? Where am I saying no and I really want to say yes, right? Because when you look over that edge and you go, what's calling me? And that goes, that feels a bit uncomfortable. Like, that feels a bit scary, right? That aliveness might feel really good, but it might feel really scary. So go into that. Why is that scary? What does that activate within me? Why is that scary? Am I going to have to potentially piss someone off? Am I going to have to potentially, inadvertently hurt someone? Or, is that then going to, it's the fear of disappointing someone, right? And then you go, okay, like, am I in the people pleaser, right? So just honoring that false power and that shadow of what comes up under that. So you can really begin to see that it's such a simple exercise, it's such a simple process that we can do that really brings to life this undercurrent that is bubbling away in our energy bodies, in our subconscious, and somatically, it's bubbling away under there and we're completely oblivious to it. Right? We're completely oblivious. Where are we holding on to control? Why are we holding on to control? Am I afraid to let go? What do I need to detach from in order to let myself just be fully alive and be fully open to it, right? Because if we don't do this work, we can't get to that undercurrent, right? And so right now is such a beautiful time as we enter into this final quarter of this year to ask ourselves some really important questions. So that is what I'm going to gift to you, and I'm going to gift to myself as well. And if you've got any questions, let me know. If you don't know how to go about really finding your values, because your values find you, right, is what I'll say. And so maybe it's time for you to reignite your values, or reassess your values. Are these still my values? My values 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago are totally different to what they're going to be today. So taking the time to reassess and reassess and reassess. And this feels really alive in me right now. So for me right now is I'm craving stillness and space in order for me to look at this, in order for me to really melt into what does that mean for me? What does that look like for me, right? So do you need stillness? Do you need space? Do you need to actually just hang out with someone and to go, hey, I want to bounce this off you? What do you need to do right now? And do that. Absolutely do that. So thank you for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.